introductions. We've had all the pomp and circumstance. We've had all the fuss and feathers. But it's time. It's time for Dodger baseball.
Valhalla Sports Talk is on the air, and it's time for Dodgers Game Day Live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, the Los Angeles Dodgers will take on the Arizona Diamondbacks in Game 3 of their three-game series, and Valhalla Sports Talk is here for all the action. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here. I'm ready to go. Game 3 of this three-game series from beautiful Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. Let's get right into it. I noticed we already got 6 folks in the chat, so I welcome you one and all. JD, what's up, my man? And Julian Cruz, my newest mod, is up in the house. Let's get right into this. Let's take a look at the starting pitchers tonight for this ball game. The Diamondbacks are going to be sending L. Weaver to the mound. He's 1-5 on the season with an 8.23 ERA. He's given up 38 hits and 34 Ks with 10 base on balls. He's pitched 27.1 inning. It's Kershaw Day for the Dodgers, ladies and gentlemen. 4-1 on the season, 1.80 ERA. He's got 30 innings pitched, 19 hits, 33 strikeouts, 4 base on balls, and 5 home runs. So classic Clayton Kershaw as we go into this game today. The Dodgers on the season are 28-10, 13-5 at home. They lead the National League West, and the Diamondbacks are 14-23-5. Excuse me, at 14-23, they're 5-14 away from their stadium here in Phoenix. Let's get right into the lineups. Mina Milton checks in, says, "Woo, let's go." We're trying to, man. We're about to get this thing started. The lineups tonight. Let's start with the Diamondbacks. They've got LeCastro, the center fielder, leading off. Calhoun in right field. Walker, the first baseman. Peralta, the left fielder, is batting cleanup. Ahmed, the shortstop. Rojas, Young, Varsho, and then Kelly will end the lineup for them. For your Los Angeles Dodgers, Mookie Betts playing right field and leading off. Corey Seager will be playing shortstop and hitting second. Max Muncy in the 3-hole. Cody Bellinger returns after a couple nights off and he'll be playing first base. Taylor is in center field. Jock Pop Peterson is in left field. Matt Beattie will be the DH. Enrique Hernandez it returns to second base after a day off, and Austin Barnes, who will be behind the plate. Typically, he catches for Hershiser. If you're in the betting community, you like to bet these ball games, let's take a look at that. The run line for the Diamondbacks is plus 1.5. For the Dodgers, it's minus 1.5. Plus 250 on the money line for the D-backs, minus 300 for the Dodgers, and the over-under, like last night, is 8.5. If you bet the under yesterday, you were a happy person because we had a lot of scoreless baseball yesterday. So hopefully we see some runs scored tonight. 4 runs in the chat as we wait to get this thing started. The game's supposed to start in 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, so I got a little time to hang out with you folks. How is everybody doing today out there? I just came from the Butcher's Block and Patriots Talk stream, and if Bobby shows up later, you guys might have to hug him because he just went through a heartbreak loss over there on his channel as the Celtics get daggered in the final moments by the Toronto Raptors to keep that series going. Now, as you folks check in today, you'll notice I watched last night's stream, and I did a little bit as far as the mods to the channel. I added 10 of you folks, so if folks were active on our channel here and they've shown up for the games, hung out in the chat, I gave them that old blue wrench. There's Julian Cruz, one of our newest mods. So don't take that responsibility lightly. Don't be banning folks for no reason. Alrighty. As far as on the ban side, we did have like our first person get banned last night. We cannot have folks posting spoilers. This stream is about 24 seconds away, off from real life. So if the Dodgers hit a home run, it takes 24 seconds for my reaction to get to you. So I can't have folks in the chat telling us what's happening in the game, in those late innings or any time during the game. Because the whole point here is for you folks to come here to see my reaction to this whole thing. So we did have to ban one. I didn't like doing it, but he's no longer with us. But 3 viewers up in the chat today. We hope to have a successful stream just like last night. That raid made a huge difference last night. We ended up getting almost 50 new subscribers during the stream, over 1,500 views, and at one point we had 120 people in the chat. So I don't think that was because of the raid, though. That was because we were in extra innings and because the Dodgers walked that bad boy off. Yeah, we can't be doing stuff early, Julian. We gotta let it happen. Let it happen. All right, so they're like I said, they're finishing up the pregame stuff here on Fox Sports Arizona, and they're talking about how Walker, the hitter for the Diamondbacks, has absolutely owned Clayton Kershaw over his career. 462 average, 6 for 13 with 4 home runs and 7 RBIs. Not many people can say that they owned Clayton Kershaw. Yeah, Julian in here right off the get-go. That's pretty much why I said I got to get that young man a blue wrench. I don't know if JD's still here. I'd like to check in with him. He hasn't been around much. He's been a busy guy. We miss him. Okay, let me get into this because I usually do this before the games start. For the Diamondbacks, Cole Calhoun leads the Diamondbacks in home runs. Sterling Marte is the leader in average for them, and RBIs it's Christian Walker, so they got a mixed plate there. For your Dodgers, Mookie Betts leads the team in home runs, Corey Seager's leading in average, and Mookie leads in runs batted in as well. So that's kind of stayed status quo there for a couple weeks at least, since Corey took over the average spot. 5 viewers up in the chat as we get ready to get this thing going, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the last, like I said, of a 3-game series from Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers, I think they go to Colorado tomorrow. That game will not be here on Valhalla Sports Talk. I have a fantasy football thing that I'm doing here on the channel, so I won't be doing that or the Lakers game tomorrow. I had to get a night off. And then Saturday night, I'm not going to be on either because I have to take the wife out for dinner. But we should get it rolling again. Some other channel news, we got the Vikings kicking off in less than, I think, 9 days now. So that stream has been scheduled and posted on the site. So I'm way hyped for that. We've been behind the scenes in the factory here getting the stream ready for the Viking games, and we hope to make that a big debut. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully folks join the chat, and we have a good time with that. But Vikings-Packers coming up here on Valhalla Sports Talk in just a week or so. Hype for that NFL action. And then obviously we're going to be doing some streams for the Lakers as well because they're getting further in the playoffs. We just won't be there for tomorrow night's game. JD says, "Ayo, what's up, JD? How you doing, my man? How you doing, dude?" Poor Bobby, he just had a tough stream, dude. He had a tough stream, man. He's sure that was a win. It kills me as a Lakers fan that occurred. Rudolph the Great says, "Butcher raid. Butcher raid in the house." As I'm talking about him, his people show up to raid the channel. What's up, Butcher's blocking Patriots talk? Sorry for your loss. Sorry for your loss today. Tough way to go. Packers Nation 12 checks in, says, "Yeah, easy win," and then laughs. And that's not how it's going to go, my man, but I hope you're in the stream so we can have a chat. Rudolph the Great says, "Dang you, OG. I think that means I'm an old motherfucker." But thanks for the compliment, I think. Julian Cruz letting me know he's a Cowboys fan. I knew that, Julian, and I support your decision, I guess. Salvador Chavez checks in, says, "Hi, my friend." What's up, Salvador Chavez? Welcome to the chat. 11 people already up here, and we haven't even got the first pitch on the way. Rudolph, why did you take your message out there? I wasn't mad. You called me an OG. I know I'm old. I wake up every day and I'm reminded. So yeah, it's Clayton Kershaw Day, ladies and gentlemen. We got the stud going for the Doyers tonight. The stud headed out to the mound to try to get the sweep of these Diamondbacks. I think I mentioned a couple streams ago the Dodgers all season have not lost a series to anybody. Meaning if there was a 3-game series, they took 2 of 3 or 3 of 3. If it was a 2-game series, they won 2, so on and so forth. Mighty Patriot checks in, says, "Sweep in the books. I hope so. But you got to play the game. We learned that last night when that dude dominated us for 9 innings. I think it was 8 before they pulled him out, but the only hit the Dodgers had last night before we got to the 9th was the Mookie Betts leadoff single in the first inning. And then that dude retired like 18 batters in a row. It made for a long stream. 11 viewers up in the chat. Let's get hyped. Let's get it going. Again, we were at 220 yesterday, guys, at the end of the game. At the end of the game, we had 220 unique viewers in the chat. A record for Valhalla Sports Talk as we continue this momentum that's taken us forward. We gained just shy of 50 subscriptions yesterday, which was way cool thanks to that raid from the hockey channel. I went over and visited his channel just before tonight's game and made sure to thank him last night. But he's a way cool dude, and he's one of the best play-by-play people I've ever seen on YouTube. So if you're a hockey guy, man, he just very, very impressive. Very, very impressive young man. 13 up in the chat. Chat getting hyped. We haven't even thrown a pitch. Haven't even thrown a pitch yet, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you guys that came over from Bobby's stream for your raid there. I ask you to please hit that subscribe button if you're so inclined. Give us a like on tonight's video. You know, we're trying to make it grow. Just like a little garden. Some little tomatoes. Give them a little water. A little poo. Rake the soil. Throw the seeds. Julian Cruz checks in, says he got hit by a Lamborghini going 200 miles per hour. I'm not sure I believe it. Gridiron Blitz checks in with his new wrench. Says, "What's up, chat?" Yep, this morning I watched last night's stream over again, and I found the folks that were active in my chat or that have had an effect on me as a little streamer. And I said, these are the folks getting wrenches today. And then we've got 10 new ones tonight. All right, the TV is going over the batting order for the Diamondbacks, which I've already done. LeCastro, the center fielder, is going to be leading off for them tonight. And he's in the circle there, warming up, taking a look out at Kershaw, probably thinking, oh shit, I got to try to get a hit off this guy. 16 up in the chat. Kershaw, like I said, 4-1, 1.80 ERA. This guy for the Diamondbacks has an 8.23 ERA, so we should see a lot of the big stick tonight. Santiago Machalas checks in and says, anybody have any Kentucky Derby picks for me? I don't really know much about the Kentucky Derby, man. I just know from a guy that I talked to once that you're supposed to watch the horses before the race, and if one of them takes a dump, he's probably going to win. So you got to look for the horse that takes a dump and then bet on that one. Not necessarily to win, but win, play, show. Coming from what, first through third? You should be safe there, someone told me. Grid says he's still working hard, but he'll be in and out of the stream. Right on, Grid. We will see you when you are here, sir. Be safe out there, my man. Be safe. All right, looks like we got everything going. Let's refresh the screen just to make sure. Just to be safe, you know. Refresh this one. And LeCastro steps in against Kershaw, and we're about to get this thing going. All right, LeCastro hitting 259. First pitch on the way from the lefty. A swing, and it's fouled back behind the plate. There you go, Santiago. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. He's getting rid of that weight just before he gets to running. Next pitch from Kershaw, the 0-1. He tries to bunt. It was ugly. It's a strike. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone whiff on a bunt before, but that's exactly what he did. Kind of tripped over his feet in doing it. So it's no balls, 2 strikes to LeCastro. Clayton winds up, sends it home, bounces in the dirt. It's scooped up by the catcher and thrown back. He's like, come on, Kershaw, let's get this bum. Let's get this bum. 17 viewers up in the chat. Welcome one, welcome all. I appreciate the support. Next pitch on the way. Down low. Ball. That makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes to LeCastro. Kershaw takes off his glove, rubs up that ball. Gets it ready. Gets it ready. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Down and inside. Hit to the shortstop, Seager, who picks it up, throws it over to first, and he's out of there. He's out of there. 1 out here in the top of the first. Butcher's Block and Patriots Talk checks in, says, yo, Bobby, sorry for your loss. That was a tough one. That was a tough one, my man. Cole Calhoun stepping up to the plate for the Diamondbacks. 200 on the season. And here it goes. Pitch on the way. A swing and a miss at a ball that was down low and outside, but over the plate. Calhoun took a mighty swing with his 200 average, but missed it. So no balls, 1 strike to Calhoun. Dodgers have 1 out here in the top of the first. The pitch on the way. Right over the plate for a strike. Bang. Called. 2nd strike. No balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes as Kershaw starts to get warmed up here on Kershaw Day. The 0-2 on the way. Down low and outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Diamondback manager claps his hands, says, let's go, Calhoun, get a hit. Calhoun says, okay, coach, I'm going to try to do it. He gets ready, batting left-handed, pitch on the way, down low, just off the plate for a ball. That makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes to Calhoun. He's wearing number 56 for the Diamondbacks. Wearing number 56 as we got 19 folks in the chat. Chat hype. Hashtag hype in the chat. Next pitch, a swing and a miss, and down goes Calhoun for the first strikeout of the evening by Kershaw. So the Dodgers got 2 outs here in the top of the first, and I like the way it's starting out. The cardboard people behind home plate seem to like it too, because they're all smiling. Julian Cruz giving predictions up in the chat there. Let's see how right he is. We'll check back at the end of the game. Says Kershaw's about to get a 9-strikeout game. Walker in the batting box, batting right-handed, right down the middle for a called strike. No balls, 1 strike to Walker. 289 on the season, and as I mentioned in the pregame, he has owned Clayton Kershaw in his career, hitting over 400. So let's hope that shit stops tonight, because we're trying to get the dub. Next pitch on the way. A weird blooper from Kershaw that doesn't find the strike zone. It looked like a moon ball. Walker 289 on the season, 5 home runs, 25 ribbies. Next pitch on the way. Oh, catches the edge of the plate for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Walker with 2 outs here in the top of the first. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the 1-2 on the way. He fouls it down right at home plate. Will Smith says, or the catcher says, I need a new ball. And my name's not Will Smith. Today catching for the Dodgers is Barnes. Barnes is the catcher today. The 1-2 offering from Kershaw. Down, bounces in the dirt. A curveball. They get another new baseball. Kershaw looking out to the left field like someone stole his car. Peralta on deck for the Diamondbacks. Will he get a chance to hit this inning? I hope not. The 2-2 on the way. Down low, called, 3rd strike. Take a seat, young man. Kershaw gets out of the inning. 2 strikeouts to his name. And we go to the middle of the first. Diamondbacks 0, Dodgers 0. What's up, chat? Let's go. Let's get hyped. Henry Edmonds says, good job. Thanks, Henry. Welcome to Valhalla Sports Talks, my man. We are at Dodgers Game Day Live here on Valhalla Sports Talk today. Your home for Dodgers baseball. Henry, I'm not sure I've ever seen you in the chat, but I do welcome you. Are you a Dodgers fan? Tell me yes, so we can be pals. 16 viewers up in the chat. The big 1-6. Sweet 16. Now 14. So, yeah, we got to get this thing going. Let's get the bats going early today, Dodgers. Let's get it going. Henry from Rhode Island. Rhode Island all the way across the United States from me. I am in Arizona. I am in Arizona, Henry. Alrighty, so here we go. We're headed to the bottom of the first here. Let me go to this other screen. I think I like this other screen here. All right, so Luke Weaver, like I said, is pitching for the Diamondbacks. 1-5 on the season with an 8.23 ERA. Let's eat this guy's lunch. Mookie Betts headed to the plate. Gold chain a swinging. Two beautiful batting gloves. And wearing the familiar white uniforms with the red number on the front. The classic Dodger uniforms, ladies and gentlemen. The most beautiful uniform in the league, but I might be a little biased. And here we go. Weaver gets ready to deal to Betts in his 302 average. First pitch on the way. Inside for a called strike. Umpire says, "Steroid." Betts says, "Dang, I probably should have swung at that one." Dang, I should have probably swung at that one. So it's no balls, two strikes to Betts. Next pitch, way inside for a ball. The ball drops in the dirt. Betts hands it to the catcher. Says, "Tell your guy to throw up a meat pitch so I can hit it over the wall." Betts on the season 302, 12 home runs and 27 ribbies. The 1-1 on the way. Fouled third base. Fouled third base side. Weaver, the pitcher for the Diamondbacks, looks hyped, and he throws the 1-2 high to Betts for a ball. That makes the count 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Weaver's one of them pitchers looks serious when he's out there. Next pitch. Betts hits it hard. Left field. At the warning track, though, and it's caught by number 6 of the Diamondbacks, the left fielder, Peralta. And he throws it in. That's 1 out. Julian says he hypes me up in school. I thank you, sir. He also says he's in the 8th grade. I don't think he's supposed to be in here. I think he's supposed to be 18 and above. We don't check IDs here. First pitch to Seager is a ball. 1 ball, no strike. Seager's hitting .310 on the season. 9 home runs, 25 RBIs. Mine and Milton hyping up Julian. Next pitch on the way. Seager hits it. Base hit, right center. Little bloop single. And he stands on first base. And the Dodgers are in business like Wendy's. The Dodgers are in business like Wendy's. Curtis Conrad checks in with his new blue wrench. Go Blue Crew. Let's go. Let's go, Blue Crew. Max Muncy steps into the box for the Dodgers. Left-handed hitter, number 13, taking up some warm-up swings. Says he wants a piece of this pitcher Weaver and his over 8 ERA. He gets ready for the first pitch. Pitch on the way, down low in the dirt. That makes it 1 ball, no strike to Muncy. 205 on the season, 9 home runs and 20 RBIs. Henry laughing at something, says sweet. Julian hyping up the Popeyes chicken sandwiches again. I think he did that once before. It's 2 balls, no strikes to Muncy, the batter for the Dodgers. Oh, he's probably saying that because I said Wendy's, in business like Wendy's. I get it. The 2-0 to Muncy with a runner on first is on the way. Inside for a called ball. That makes it 3 balls, no strikes. That, ladies and gentlemen, is known as a hashtag hitters count. Hitters count. Cody Bellinger stands in the on-deck circle for your Los Angeles Dodgers. The 3-0 is on the way. Muncy looks at it for a called strike right over the middle of the plate. Muncy adjusts his blue Dodgers helmet, like thinking hard, thinking maybe I should have swung at that one because that was a meat pitch that I could have deposited somewhere. Irregardless, it's 3-1 to the Dodger slugger. And the next pitch is on the way. And he fouls it down the first base line. Fouls it down the first base line, ladies and gentlemen. Next time the Dodgers are in business, Julian, I'll say they're in business like Popeyes. I'll try to remember. I'll try to keep it in my little peanut brain. All right, come on, Max. Come on, Max. Let's go. 3-2. Full count. Hashtag full count in the chat. Next pitch on the way. And he fouls it back behind the plate. Fouls it back behind the plate, ladies and gentlemen. Max takes a deep breath, looks at his bat like he's talking to it. Corey Seager takes the lead on first, and Max readies for the pitch from Weaver. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on. Fair ball, first base side. Seager on his horse gets into second. And the Dodgers got runners on first and second with only one out here in the bottom of the first. And that'll bring up Cody Bellinger, the bomber for the Dodgers. Last year's reigning National League MVP. Curtis understands. Hashtag full count. Come on, Max. Way to go. It's just kind of a dribbler to the first base side there that got everybody fooled. It barely made it out of the dirt infield and was still enough to get Max to first. And up steps Bellinger with one out. Dodgers with runners on first and second. Here we go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Next pitch on the way. Inside. Ball. Man, that was close. 1 ball, no strike to Bellinger. 225 on the season. 10 home runs. 22 RBIs. Next pitch on the way. Down low and inside for a called strike. Bellinger's shaking his head. Says, I don't think that was a strike, ump. And the ump says, yes, it was. Bellinger, get ready, because he's going to throw you the ball here pretty quick. 94-mile-an-hour heater, it looked like, from the Diamondbacks pitcher. Here we go. Here we go. Dodgers hype. The 1-1 on the way. Inside, same spot. Called strike. Bellinger talking to himself. Bending at the knees, trying to figure out what's going on. Meanwhile, it's 1-2. And Weaver's got him on the ropes. Reigning MVP, Curtis. That's right. Pitch on the way. A swing. Foul back. Behind the plate. Curtis says Muncie's always been solid. I like Max. Right, I agree. National League MVP, Curtis. That is correct. That is correct. Our superstar, center fielder. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes still. Pitch on the way. Way inside for a ball. That makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bellinger. Dodgers continue to have runners on first and second. Taylor, number 3, in the on-deck circle for the Dodgers. He's got some big, tall blue socks with palm trees on them. They're cool, just like Bellinger's. Next pitch on the way. Swung on, first base side. First baseman fields it, touches the bag for the force. They throw to second. The ball gets away from the second baseman, and Seager runs from third and scores. Dodgers lead 1-0. The Diamondbacks are having trouble corralling the baseball today, and it's showing. It's showing. They managed to get Bellinger, the force out. The first baseman fielded it, touched the bag, so he got Bellinger. And his throw to second The second baseman, Ahmed, just missed it. It was actually a good throw, I think. So when he did that, both Muncy and Seager had already started running, so Seager just got to third and then kept going. So the Dodgers lead 1-0 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And Chris Taylor steps to the plate for the Dodgers, right-handed hitter. Pitch on the way, high and inside. He fouls it back. No balls, 1 strike. Gerardo checks in, says, "Hello, Valhalla. How am I? I'm good, man. How are you?" It's Dodger baseball, man. I love it. Curtis says, "We drew first blood." Yes, we did. Let's go. The 0-1 to Taylor from Weaver is on the way. Taylor hits it over the shortstop's head into left center. Muncy scores, and the Dodgers are up 2-0. Taylor in safe at first, obviously. So we are rocking and rolling in the first inning here, guys. 2-0. Taylor stands on first. We got 2 outs. Here comes my guy, Jock Peterson, coming to the plate, ladies and gentlemen. Jock Pop, as I like to call him. I'm trying to think of nicknames for all the Dodger hitters. So tonight we should start putting like a nickname suggestion for each of these guys. And maybe if I like it, I'll use it. Gerardo says it's going to be a blowout tonight. I hope so. Jock Pop at the plate, looking at Weaver like he's about to throw him a big juicy steak. Next pitch on the way, down low for a ball. For a ball, Jock wearing 31, batting left-handed. 193 on the season with 5 dingers, 11 RBIs. Is Jock Peterson as he readies for the 1-0 pitch. Pitch on the way. Hits it. First base getting busy today. The second baseman fields it, throws it over to first for the force out, and the Diamondbacks are out of the inning after giving up 2 runs. 2 runs on 3 hits to the Dodgers. So here we go to the second inning. Dodgers lead 2-0. 2-0. 20 viewers are high for today up in the chat. Welcome to Valhalla Sports Talk's coverage of Dodgers Game Day Live. Julian trying to tell me who I should make mods. Give a guy a little power, and he starts throwing his weight around. So, like I was telling you guys earlier, I watched last night's deal, and folks that like are active in the chat and stuff, I just picked out 10 folks and gave them the old blue wrench today. So, you're wielding the mighty power. Don't mess it up. 21 up in the chat right now. Listen, guys, I got my various social media links scrolling at the bottom of the screen there. We're Valhalla Sports on Twitter. Go over there and give us a follow. Valhalla Sports Talk on Instagram. Might not matter if you go there because I never post anything. Valhalla Sports Talk on Facebook. That's a good place to go. If you want to email me anything, madviking@gmail.com. And here on the old YouTube, we're Valhalla Sports Talk, as you know. So that's all our social media. That's all our social media. There you go, Gerardo. It's going to be the place for Dodger baseball in the playoffs. We basically have this month left before the playoffs start. All right, the pitch from Kershaw to Peralta is a strike. No balls, 1 strike to Peralta as he looked at the pitch. Peralta batting .286 on the season. The 0-1 from Kershaw. Right over the plate for a called strike. Peralta's looked at two juicy ones right over the plate. And he's down. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Foul. Left field side. .23 viewers up in the chat. Welcome one, welcome all to Dodgers Game Day Live here on Valhalla Sports Talk. Man, every time they show Dodger Stadium, I miss it. I miss going to Dodger games live. Blue Season checks in, says, hi, what's up, man? Welcome to Valhalla Sports Talk. Thanks for joining us up in the chat. Up in the chat. So, I think I missed the pitch there. It's 2-2 now to Peralta. And Kershaw gets ready to deliver. Pitch on the way. High for a ball. So that means we're now at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hashtag in the chat, full count. Full count hashtag to Peralta with Ahmed on deck for the Diamondbacks. Next pitch down low and away. The umpire does not call it a strike. They check at third to see if he went around on the check swing. He did not. And the Diamondbacks have a runner on first here in the top of the second with no outs. Julian says he forgot to say thanks. No, you didn't. You thanked me right away, my man. You thanked me instantly. I saw it. 702 Doug checks into the chat. I think he's new, so welcome. Do I think the Dodgers have a challenge? Do they have a challenge in what? In the National League West? I don't know. They got a hell of a lead right now, man. Everyone keeps saying the Padres are coming. The Padres are coming. The first pitch to Ahmed is a swing and a miss for strike. No balls, 1 strike to Ahmed with a runner on first. No outs here in the top of the second. The 0-1 to Ahmed, who's hitting .234 on the season, is on the way. A swing and a miss. I think that was a curve. He fooled him with the curve. So we got an 0-2 count. That is a pitcher's count. Ladies and gentlemen, 18 up in the chat. Big number hype in the chat. The 0-2 pitch from a swing and a miss from Kershaw. That's Kershaw's 3rd strikeout on the evening. He's out there wheeling and dealing, ladies and gentlemen. Gerardo likes what he sees from Kershaw. Curtis says the only challenge to the Dodgers is themselves. And that's true. We can't be jacking off in the postseason like we always do. And Julian says the Padres are the challenge. Kershaw gets ready for the next batter, Rojas. First pitch on the way, up high for a called ball. He just barely missed. He just barely missed. I can tell because there's a little box on my TV that tells me where the strike zone is. Rojas hitting .250 out of the season. The 1-0 pitch with a runner on first is on the way. A swing and a miss. That makes it 1 ball, 1 strike to Rojas. DH. He's 1 for 4 on the season, I believe that said. So he's a new guy, number 10. I agree, Curtis. They are the best team right now. Kershaw tries a pickoff move over at first. They don't get him. They don't get him. He didn't have to get dirty. to take a look at the Diamondback manager. He doesn't look happy. The next pitch on the way. It's a dribbler back to Kershaw, who fields it, throws it over to first. They get the runner at first. The runner at first advanced to second. So it's 2 outs here in the top of the second, and the the Diamondbacks now have a runner on second in scoring position. I butchered that. Man, that throw from Kershaw as he fielded it. We're lucky Cody is so tall because that thing could have easily gone all the way to right field. So Rojas stands on second for the Diamondbacks. And who do we got coming up here? Young comes to the plate, 211 average. Kershaw gets ready, checks the runner, throws it high, called strike over the plate. Young on the season, 211, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. He's the third baseman for the Diamondbacks tonight, number 14. Kershaw puts them arms straight up in the air, checks the runner, pitch on the way. Looked like a curveball that floated over the plate for a strike. Young just looked at it like he was dumbfounded, which is kind of how I always looked at curveballs. Dumbfounded. The 0-2 on the way, a swing, and he strikes out. So that's 4 strikeouts for Kershaw already, and we're headed to the middle of the second. Gerardo asks, how scary is the Dodgers' offense? I think they're pretty scary. You throw in that new DH rule, too, even though I hate it. You throw that in, and we just like the monsters of Los Angeles coming up to the plate every night. $16 up in the chat. 16. Let me take a look at the old internets. Make sure they're still there. Julian is saying that the opposing teams are having issues with bowel movements when they see our lineup. I hope so. You're right, Curtis. He does take forever to deliver that ball. He takes forever, man. He takes forever. I'm not as down on Kershaw as I am on Jansen. Jansen last night was just another example. He drives me crazy, man. He drives me batshit crazy. So they have a poll on Fox Sports that says, who's the best National League West starting pitcher over the last decade? Kershaw, Bumgarner, Greinke, or Lincecum? I mean, is that even a question? Is that even a question? It's our guy, Kershaw. First pitch on the way from Weaver to Beatty. Beatty hitting .238 on the season with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. No ball, 1 strike to him so far. Pitch on the way inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Beatty. With nobody on as we just got started here in the bottom of the second. Henry thinks the DH is going to help the Dodgers a lot in the playoffs. I think I agree with you, but I hope we quit having that next year. I don't like it. I don't like the DH. I think it's for them American leaguers. All right, Beatty is now 1 ball, 2 strikes to Beatty. Next pitch on the way. He fouls it back, third base side. And the count remains 1-2. Henry Edmond checks in, says Jansen reminds him of the Red Sox relievers. Elavina Torrijo checks in. What's up, man? Julian Cruz asked me who's my favorite reliever of all time. He wasn't a Dodger. Goose Gossage. Next pitch on the way. Down low for a swing and a miss. And Beatty is retired. That's the first strikeout for the Diamondbacks pitcher. Julian, I also liked Rivera for the Yankees. That was a dude that shut him down. I agree with you, Curtis. Jansen freaks me out. Kike Hernandez at the plate for the Dodgers with 1 out. First pitch inside for a called ball. Yeah, Curtis, he freaks me out, especially when there's a runner on. And so when he's in here now, especially if it's like extra innings, and they start with a runner on second like they did last night, I knew he was going to have trouble because he is tormented by those base runners. Absolutely tormented. That's what I said, Henry. Goose Gossage. He was fun to watch. Kike hits a high fly ball to center field. Center fielder gets underneath it, makes the catch, and it's 2 outs here in the bottom of the second for the Dodgers. Gary checks in for the first time today. He says, my scoreboard is off. Is it really? Looks right to me. Swing and a miss. 15. Barnes is up for the Dodgers, hitting .283 on the season. That's no balls, 1 strikes to the Dodgers catcher. Uh-oh. It's not refreshing. I hope we're not about to crash. I hope we are not about to crash, ladies and gentlemen. 18 viewers up in the chat. Swing and a miss by Barnes. The count is now 1-2. Are you guys still hearing me? Because I'm afraid we're about to crash because this scoreboard won't refresh for me. Alrighty, Barnes hits a fly ball to center field, and the Dodgers are retired in order. That's the end of the second in LA. Are you guys still hearing me in the chat? Thanks, Gary. I don't know why this thing's not refreshing. He keeps saying top of the second. Let's check the other one. I know another streamer that was having big issues earlier as well with the scoreboard not rechecking, but the score on this little section here where Johnny Bench is talking in that commercial, that's still correct. So we haven't lost internet connectivity. But the ESPN one just doesn't seem like it's working. All right, we're going to try to go to another game on that one and then come back to it. So weird. So there might be something wrong with the ESPN site, guys. I'm not going to keep refreshing it. I'll try to update you guys as we go along. That's correct. We're going to the top of the third. But no matter how many times I refresh it, it doesn't change. Let's go over to this Toronto game. Try to refresh that one, and then we'll come back to the Dodgers. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Let's see if it just fixes itself. Let's see if it fixes itself. We're headed to the top of the third, so ignore the inning on that scoreboard there. Top of the third. Kershaw still pitching for the Dodgers. And the first pitch is on the way. Fouled back behind the plate. That's Varsho at the plate. Number 12 for the Diamondbacks. 121 on the season. No home runs. No RBIs. 22 up in the chat. The next pitch from Kershaw. Fouled back again. That makes it no balls, 2 strikes to Varsho. Maybe if they score or something, it'll update, Gary. Next pitch on the way. Hit to Seager. Seager fumbles a little bit, throws over to first, and they get the runner at first for the first out of the inning. Corey chewing his gum, saying it was no problem. I had it the whole way. Kershaw's made 35 pitches thus far in today's game. Kelly is the next hitter for the Diamondbacks. There we go. It just fixed on its own. Top of the third there. We're back in business, ladies and gentlemen. Our $1 million features coming through. Gary says he's going to be right back, right when I fixed it. Next pitch on the way, right downtown, bang for a called strike. No balls, 1 strike to Kelly. Carson Kelly of the Diamondbacks, 197 on the season, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. The next pitch from Kershaw, right downtown for a swing and a miss. And Kelly, just like the one before him, is in an 0-2 hole with 1 out here in the top of the third, no runners on. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Low, and he punches him out. That's the 5th strikeout for Kershaw on the night. 5 strikeouts. And we're only in the top of the third. We are only in the top of the third, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes Castro for the Diamondbacks. Their leadoff hitter, I think. Next pitch. High for a ball. Next pitch. Right downtown, bang for a called strike. 1 balls, 1 strike. This is Loscato up for the Diamondbacks. He's 0 for 1 on the night so far. The next pitch from Kershaw. A curveball drops right over the plate for a called strike. That's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the third for your Los Angeles Dodgers. They lead 2-0. The 1-2 pitch down in the dirt for a ball. That makes it 2-2. 2-2 with 20 viewers up in the chat. Welcome. Welcome to each and every one of you. On deck, Calhoun for the Diamondbacks. 2 balls, 2 strike pitch on the way. LeCastro fights it off, fouls it right field line. Welcome back, Gary. Welcome back. Scoreboard's fixed. We had our crack maintenance crew get on the problem, and they solved it. Next pitch on the way, low and inside. He fights it off and fouls it third base side. Count remains 2-2. 2-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the third. Hockey Guy 36 checks in for the first time tonight, says hi. What's up? What's up, Hockey Guy? Gary's proud of me that I fixed their problem on the scoreboard. Next pitch. Fouled back again behind the plate. So the count stays at 2-2, but they get a new baseball. They get a brand new Rawlings baseball. Kershaw ready to deliver the 2-2 on the way. A curveball. LeCastro fights it off and fouls it just in front of the plate, and it goes foul. So we're still at 2-2, and we got another new baseball. Come on, Kershaw, let's get out of the inning. Next pitch. On the way. Swung, foul, third base line again. Didn't even make it past the bag. Didn't even make it past the bag because he's not getting a whole bunch of bat on it. He's just fighting him off, trying to prevent the inevitable. He doesn't want to be the 6th strikeout for Kershaw tonight. He says, I'm not going to be that guy. The 2-2 on the way. High. And that makes it 3-2. That makes it a hashtag full count, ladies and gentlemen. Full count with 25 viewers up in the chat. Big hype in the chat. The 3-2 on the way. He fights it off again, fouls it behind the plate. Come on, Kershaw, get this bum out. Kershaw out there mixing up the pitches, curveballs, fastballs, sliders, you name it. Oh my. The 3-2 on the way. Right downtown, bang. Sit down. You're strikeout number 6. Here we go. We head to the middle of the third. Dodgers winning 2-0. 2-0. Full count from my folks in the chat. Full count, and now it's a strikeout number 6 for our man on Clayton Kershaw Day in Los Angeles. 27 viewers up in the chat. Welcome to Dodgers Game Day Live here on Valhalla Sports Talk. I welcome each and every one of you. Pull up a chair over there and enjoy the action. Enjoy the action. I'm checking the internets. Checking the internets. We're up to 335 on the subscriber count. But I'm greedy. I want more. I want more. And I want more likes. 27 watching. Maybe a couple of you can help me out. Help this rookie announcer out, as he calls them some Dodger baseball games. Julian says he got his cousin to subscribe. Thanks, Julian. Right on. Gerardo's tracking the strikeouts for our man Clayton Kershaw. He's got 6 of them up in the chat because that's how many he's got. And we're only at the bottom of the third inning. Hockey Guy 36 says, how do you feel about the Dodgers win last night? There's a video on my site, Hockey Guy. You were part of it, if I remember right. And you watch at the end of that video, and that'll let you know how I felt. I felt pretty good. We had 120 people up in the chat acting a fool. And the Dodgers came back in the 10th and won that ball game after not being able to hit anything the entire game. All right, Mookie Betts at the plate for the Dodgers. 93-mile-an-hour heater over the plate that he looks at. Makes the count. No balls, one strike. Mookie lined out in the first with his 300 average, 12 home runs. Next pitch, right downtown. He looks at that one too. It's over the plate. Come on, Mook. You got to swing at it. You can't hit it if you don't swing at it. No balls, two strikes. Next pitch, he swings at that one, fouls it. It's up. Is it going to stay in play? First baseman goes over and catches it just before the Arizona dugout for the first out of the inning. And Mookie is retired. Mookie is retired. Aiden Eduardo Cruz says, what is my favorite baseball player of all time? My favorite baseball player of all time is Stephen Garvey of your Los Angeles Dodgers. He was a first baseman in the 80s. The Iron Man of baseball at the time. Should be in the Hall of Fame. Next pitch on the way. The ball's high to Corey Seager for a called ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes. To number 5 of the Dodgers, the left-handed hitter. Next pitch is down low in the dirt. That makes it 2 balls, no strikes to Corey. 2 balls, no strikes to Corey Seager here in the bottom of the third. Nobody on for the Dodgers with 1 out. And the 2-0 pitch from Weaver is on the way. Seager fouls it high, actually hit it high in the air, left field. Left fielder gets underneath it and catches it. 2 outs here now for the Dodgers in the bottom of this third. I didn't think he hit it that far. It was almost, like mid left field, but fielder under it easy, made the catch. Curtis, he needs to be in the Hall of Fame yesterday. It pisses me off that he's not in there. If you've ever seen the intro video for Valhalla Sports Talk, you see Garvey is in that video. I'll probably play it here after this inning. All right, so Max Muncy's up, and they've already got a strike on him. He hit a single in the first and scored a run. So 0-1, 2 outs, next pitch on the way. Muncy looks at it, it's down low, and it's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Max Muncy. Curtis asks if I remember Manny Mota. I do, sir. Next pitch is high. Muncy swings at it for a strike. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mota was a base coach for the Dodgers a long time after he retired, man. But I remember Mota playing in the major leagues. The 1-2 to Muncy on the way. Swung on, fouled back behind the plate. Those were the games that I went to the most Dodger games there, Curtis. I went when we had Garvey, Russell, Say, Lopes, Garvey, all them guys, Mota, Rick Monday. Those were the teams, my man. Next pitch, down low for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Muncy here in the bottom of the third with 2 outs. Again, he's 1 for 1 on the night. Weaver, the pitcher for the Diamondbacks, is on pitch number 49. This will be the 49th pitch, and it's on the way. Muncy swings and misses, and the Diamondbacks are out of the inning. 18 viewers in the chat. Guys, check out the Valhalla Sports Talk intro video. I'm about to pop it right here, and you'll see my guy, Stephen Garvey. If I can find it. Maybe that's why I didn't play earlier. So there you go. An appearance by Garvey here on the channel. Bruh Moment says, I just subscribed. Thanks, bruh. Thank you so much, sir, for becoming a subscriber to the channel. Curtis, you were a bleacher bum during the 80s, man? No shit. That's cool. That's cool. Man, in like 86, just before I went in the Army, I'm on the delayed entry program, and our recruiter was able to get us Dodger tickets all the time for $5, and they were the top deck behind the plate at Dodger Stadium. $5 seats. Try to sit in them seats now for $5. JD gives me a little hype up in the channel, says I've been gaining some subs. Yes, I have, man. I got rated last night, JD, by a hockey channel. I gained 50 subs last night. A hockey channel. The kid's cool. He's a young man from Toronto, I believe, in college. And I went over to his channel, thanked him, and he's got a big thing going, man. He's got like 20,000 subscribers. Does all the hockey games. He's way cool. Yep, Gary. You remember Fernando Mania then? You know all about that? Fernando Mania. Next pitch from Kershaw on the way to Calhoun. His one strike. So one strike on Calhoun, who struck out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Hitting 198 on the season. D'Amico Lujan checks in. What's up, man? Welcome to the channel again. I think I recognize your name. 22 viewers up in the chat. The next pitch from Kershaw. Swung on, hit hard, first base. Bellinger fields it, tags the bag, and he's out of there. So that's one out here in the top of the fourth. Kershaw checks the baseball, says it's a good one. I'll keep this one. The umpire says okay. Yeah, those were the teams, man. Valenzuela, Hershiser, Tommy in the dugout. Let's go, says D'Amico. Let's go. All right, Walker in for the Diamondbacks. First pitch fouled off to the side, third base side. Walker has 4 home runs off Kershaw in his career. But it's no ball, one strike. Pitch on the way. High and outside for a called strike. The umpire says, Steve Reich, sit down. Over there is coming up, ladies and gentlemen. No balls, 2 strikes. Kershaw going for that 7th K of the evening. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The delivery on the way. Fouled. Fouled. So the count's going to remain 0-2. 0-2. LG Sports Host checks in and says, what's up? What's up with you, my man? Thank you, sir. Thanks for the like, the thumbs up. Thank you so much. Next pitch from Kershaw, the 0-2. Swung on, fouled, right field line. Foul ball. Walker remains. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the fourth. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And there it is. Strikeout number 7 for Mr. Kershaw. Let's get an update in the chat. Hashtag 7Ks. Hashtag 7Ks on Clayton Kershaw Day, ladies and gentlemen. Brian Acosta checks in. He's rolling his eyes. I'm not sure why. David Peralta up for the Diamondbacks. Next pitch on the way. Fouled back behind the plate. Fouled back behind the plate. The 0-1 pitch on the way down low in the dirt. Make the count 1-1 with 2 outs. Nobody on for the Diamondbacks. We're in the top of the fourth. Gerardo throws up the 7 Ks. Next pitch on the way. Bounces in the dirt and away from Will Smith. Smith says, give me a new ball. Christine Ricardo just subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for subscribing to Valhalla Sports Talk. All right, the 2-1 delivery from Kershaw. Right over the plate, but the umpire didn't give him the call, so it's a ball. That's 3 balls, 1 strike. That's a hitter's count, ladies and gentlemen. The little box on my TV tells me that that was a strike, but it wasn't. Next pitch. Swung on, hit hard to Bellinger at first. He catches it, touches the bag, and the Dodgers are out of the inning. The Diamondbacks are being no-hit through that first half of the fourth. Gerardo says he has a Kershaw jersey. Way cool. Way cool. We are at 338, ladies and gentlemen, on the subscriber count. We got 24 likes on tonight's video. Big hype to my viewers and to the chatters up in the chat. So I need a nickname for my chat, guys. What should the people in the chat be called? Give me some ideas. What should the people in the chat be called? The Doyers posse? What? Something. Give me something. Real Kevin Plays says he liked the stream. Thank you, sir. Gary liked that we went 1, 2, 3 in the inning. I did too. I want a name for the people in my chat. Some kind of a catch-all name for everybody that visits the chat. Any ideas? Real Kevin Plays just subbed. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, my man. The Valhallers? That might be okay, Curtis. It has to be Valhalla related, right? So it should be something Valhalla Hollers. Maybe. I need to get something catchy there, though. Let me make a T-shirt. Julian says he's back. The Valhallers. I'll check into that one. Next pitch. Who we got up here? Bellinger's at the plate for the Dodgers. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bellinger. No outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Bellinger grounded out in the first. Batting left-handed. Next pitch on the way. Swing, fouled back. Adrian Eduardo Cruz says, who do I think is going to win this game? I always think the Dodgers are going to win the game, Mr. Cruz. Every time. All right, the 1-2 on the way. It's a ball. That makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes. That was way outside. Julian's ratting out his cousin, says he's a Giants fan. Next pitch to Bellinger. Hits it down the first base line. It's fielded by the first baseman. And he repays the favor. Tags the bag, and Bellinger is out. Just like Bellinger tagged him out. Chris Taylor up for the Dodgers. He's 1 for 1 on the night with an RBI single in the first. 259 on the season, 2 home runs, 14 RBIs. And he steps in batting right against Weaver, the pitcher for the Diamondbacks. Next pitch, swung on, fouled behind the plate. That's correct, Gary. The Dodgers are doing well. 24 viewers up in the chat. We're trying to figure out what to call you guys. Valhallers is hard to say. I don't think that's catchy. If you go to like Norse history, the Lokis up in the chat. Next pitch down low and inside for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Taylor. Next pitch on the way, swing and a miss by Taylor, and he strikes out. That's the third strikeout for Weaver on the night. He's trying to keep up with Kershaw. 24 chatters in the chat. We could call them the Lokis. Loki. Here comes Jock Pop to the plate. 0 for 1 on the night. He grounded out in the first. Number 31 for your Los Angeles Dodgers. Steps into the box batting left-handed. First pitch on the way. Outside. Ball. Now that won't work, Gary, because we have the Vikings, Dodgers, Lakers, Kings. So it has to be Valhalla related. And it has to be cool. Thor's Army? That's pretty good. Because I got the dog Thor. I like that. All right, Jock hits it hard. Right center field. Back to the warning track. It's caught. And Arizona's out of the inning. After 4, Dodgers lead 2-0. And I'm going to take a short break, ladies and gentlemen. I will be right back. All right, guys, I am back, and I pushed the wrong button. Like I'm new in this thing. So I was thinking about that as I took a little break, took a little drink of soda. And I really like Thor's Army. I really like it. That might be it. Next pitch from Kershaw to Ahmed, who's 0 for 1 on the night, is a ball. 1 ball. No strikes. Nick Ahmed on the night is 0 for 1, 233 average, 4 home runs on the season. Milton checking in says we're almost at 340 subs. Way cool. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so I missed a pitch there. 2 balls, no strikes to Ahmed. Next pitch on the way. Down low for a ball. That makes it 3 balls, no strikes to Ahmed. Joel R. checks in, says Denver got this. I'm not sure what game he's watching. Not sure what game. The 3-0 from Kershaw, and he walks him. So Ahmed starts off the 5th here with a walk, and the Diamondbacks have a runner on first. And they're in business like Popeyes. 21 up in the chat. How you doing today, Milton? How are you doing, Milton? We're trying to figure out a name for the chatters in Valhalla Sports Talk's chat. So far, Thor's Army is the one I've liked the most. If you guys are wondering why I like it, it's because my dog's name is Thor. One of these days, I'll bring his 100-pound furry butt up here into this chair somehow and show him to you. So no balls, 1 strike to Rojas, who hits the next pitch, shallow center field. Taylor gets underneath it, catches it, and holds the runner at first. So it's 1 out here in the top of the 5th, and the Diamondbacks have a runner on first base. Now, Curtis, he didn't buy that. He didn't think a pretzel was enough to get him up in the chair. But I've even tried it with, like, stuff that I thought he would jump up here for, and he just won't. I don't know if I trained him too good to not jump on folks. Ooh, Kershaw hits the next batter up high. I think that was Young, and he takes a free base. Yep, Young is the batter. The first pitch up high. Oh, it hit him in the elbow. Hit him right on the padding on his elbow. We never wore that shit when I played baseball. These guys go up there, they're armored. Anyway, he got hit. The Diamondbacks got runners on first and second. Curtis, I like the Valhalliers, but I can't say it. It's hard to say. Try to say it. All right, next batter for the Diamondbacks. Steps in, left-handed hitter. The first pitch is a strike over the plate, just outside. This is Varsho, the number 8 hitter for the Diamondbacks, is up. He's 0 for 1 on the night, but he's got runners now on first and second with only 1 out here in the top of the 5th. The Diamondbacks trying to make something happen. Kershaw checks the runner at second and delivers right over the plate up high for a called strike. Varsho just looked at it. Yeah, it has to be easy to say. Jack Serrano checks in, says this padding these guys wear is for wimps. They all wear it now, dude. They go up there like gladiators. Next pitch. Fouled, first base line. Henry Edmond checks in. Umpire takes out his little brush, cleans off home plate. Cleans off home plate. So no balls, 2 strikes to Varsho as Kershaw tries to get out of this jam. Kershaw checks the runner at second, Ahmed, and delivers way up high for a ball. Makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes to Varsho. Curtis says the players nowadays look like they're about to go roller skating and they're 5. Perfect analogy. Perfect. Next pitch from Kershaw. It looked like a curveball that fooled this dude. And that's number 8. Strikeout number 8 for Kershaw on Kershaw Day. Thank you to my lovely assistant for bringing me a soda pop to drink. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So we got 2 outs now, guys. 2 outs. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. The Diamondbacks still have runners on first and second. I'm going to show you my glass in a second. It's pretty cool. Next pitch from Kershaw is up high for a ball. Called ball. 1 ball, no strikes. To C. Kelly, the 9-hitter. Carson Kelly. He struck out in the 3rd. 194 on the season with 2 home runs and 8 ribbies. "21 viewers up in the chat as we try to figure out their name. The next pitch from Kershaw is a called swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Kelly as he tries to get the Diamondbacks on the board. The 1-1 from Kershaw is on the way. Right over the plate for a called strike. Here we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes, ladies and gentlemen. How many Ks we got for Kershaw now? Are we up to what? 8? What? Where are we? That was a 78-mile-an-hour changeup from Kershaw right there, I believe. The 1-2 pitch as he checks the runner at second is on the way. Up high and outside for a called ball. Called ball, ladies and gentlemen. LeCastro, number 16, on deck for the Diamondbacks, hoping he can get up. Hoping he can get up to bat in this inning. Next pitch. Swung on hard. Hit hard down the third base line. Foul. Foul into the netting, but he got a lot of that one. He got a lot of that one, ladies and gentlemen. My buddy Jack and Gary in the chat there. Talking like old men, just like me. About to tell everybody to get off their lawn because they got soft. The 2-2 pitch from Kershaw after he checks it Ahmed at second is fouled off first base side into the second deck at Dodger Stadium. I agree, Curtis. We need to get that Kershaw in the postseason. We need that one still there in the postseason. 20 viewers up in the chat. Still trying to figure out what to call you guys. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 5th. Kershaw is about to throw pitch number 82 on the evening. Kelly is 0 for 1 on the night, and he faces a 2-2 count. Kershaw delivers. Swung on, fouled, third base side. Just behind the third base coach. Just behind the third base coach, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, here goes pitch 83, Jack. A 2-2 from Kershaw, who checks Ahmed at second and then delivers down low in the dirt inside for a ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. What is that, chat? Hashtag full count. Hashtag full count. He's still there, Jack. The Valhallians, Kevin one says. Valhallians. The Valhallians. Let's go. 3 balls, 2 strikes, pitch on the way. Swung on, hit to the second baseman. He fields it, long throw to first, and he gets him. And the Dodgers are out of the inning, out of the jam. And we head to the bottom of the 5th. There you go. The crew might be good, Bobby. So far I like Thor's Army and I like the crew. The Valhalla crew. Jack Serrano says, call us planners. And then he's going to follow that up because we're nuts. I knew that. I saw that a mile away. I saw it a mile away, Serrano. Corny. That's corny, like corn nuts. All right, so what I wanted to show you guys, and I don't know if you can see it. Can you guys see the logo on here? That says Valhalla Tavern. You got a little Viking in it. Valhalla Tavern. That's my little pub shed in the backyard. I have a shed, one of those pre-made sheds that you buy, and I bought it, and then I went and cut a hole in the side so that you could look into it, and I got a bunch of sports memorabilia and stuff in there, team pennants, nothing expensive, but there's stuff in there, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I call it the Valhalla Tavern. Curtis likes the crew. The crew's pretty good. Kevin likes the glass. I got 4 of them. You can buy them on the Valhalla Tavern's website. I don't even know if I know what the link is, but I bought them. They're pretty good glasses. They're just standard beer glasses. Gary says we're halfway there. We're halfway there. Oh, I shouldn't sing on here. Henry Edmond checks in, says awesome. 26 viewers up in the chat. The crew in full effect. Thor's Army in the house. I don't know, man, that Thor's Army. It's going to be tough to beat it. Thor's Army, ladies and gentlemen. Next pitch on the way. Outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Matt Beattie of the Dodgers. He struck out in the second. 233 on the season. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Next pitch. What the hell was that? Way inside. But he called it a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Beattie. One ball, 1 strike to Matt Beattie. Next pitch, swung on, fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mr. Beattie. Let's go. Let's get something started here. Weaver, the pitcher for the Diamondbacks, is on pitch number 65, coming up right here. Beattie fouls it back again. Jorge Gomez checks in. Jorge Gomez checks into the chat with his brand new wrench. Ladies and gentlemen. Next pitch on the way. Down low for a ball. Makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes to Beattie. So just to let people know, I took a look last night at rewatched last night's stream, most of it. Next pitch to Beattie, down low for a ball. That's 3 balls, 2 strikes. In the chat, what is that? Hashtag full count. Full count. So anyway, looked at the stream last night and said I need some more mods. People that are active, that show up in the channel, participate. And so 10 of you got little blue wrenches today. I congratulate you. Thank you. Next pitch on the way. A swing and a miss by Beattie, and he goes down swinging. That's the 4th strikeout for Weaver, the Diamondbacks pitcher. So, made you guys mods. Please take it as a responsibility. Don't do anything silly. And keep my chat straight. Keep my chat straight. No hate in the chat. No spoilers in the chat. Then first pitch to Kike Hernandez is a swing and a miss. No balls, one strike to Hernandez. One out here in the bottom of the fifth. You're welcome, Jorge. I had to ban that fellow that posted the spoiler last night in the 10th inning there. He's no longer welcome. So we can't be having spoilers. The feed you guys see from me it's delayed by about 24 seconds. So in a big moment like that, we can't have folks telling people in the chat what just happened because they're watching it on TV. It screws everything up and makes me sad. Makes me a sad Mad Viking. There you go, D'Amico Lujan. Just have some respect. I don't know if you were still here, Jack. I think you had gone to bed. But he called what was going to happen a full 20 seconds before I did on the game winner, on the walk-off. Anyway, he's no longer with us. He got the ban hammer today. The ban hammer. We wield it lightly but firm, ladies and gentlemen. Next pitch on the way to Kike. Hits it deep. Right field. The right fielder gets underneath it, though, and catches it about 10 feet in from the warning track. And Hernandez is retired. Not retired forever, but from this inning. From that at-bat. He has to go sit down over there. He has to go sit down. Yeah, Julian, I got to do a rule thing. Jorge says the Dodgers scored early today. They did. They did. I wasn't wanting to have a second game where my nose was about to bleed in the 6th inning. Austin Barnes, the number 9 hitter for the Dodgers, is up, and he takes a called strike over the middle of the plate. So no balls, 1 strike to Barnes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. The Dodgers don't have anybody on base. Next pitch on the way, outside for a called strike. This umpire has a cool strike motion. He's one of those that actually punches at the air. I love it. That's how it's supposed to be. Next pitch. Fouled over to the right field side. So we're in an 0-2 hole here, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Barnes is no balls, 2 strikes. He's playing tonight because Kershaw's pitching. Kershaw doesn't like my man Will Smith behind the plate when he pitches. Next pitch, way up high. This Diamondbacks pitcher's retired 12 consecutive batters. Flashbacks to last night. Next pitch. A check swing, strikeout for Barnes. And the Diamondbacks are out of the inning. So here we go. Here we go. So that's the end of the 5th, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see what I missed in the chat. Yeah, Julian, I have to do like a little rule thing that we put up every now and then. Over there has kind of become our catch line here. You got to sit down over there. I'm not sure what D'Amico's asking. Really, why not? D'Amico, are you asking why do we not want people that post spoilers? That seems pretty obvious to me. Oh, I see. You're talking about Kershaw. Yeah, I don't know. They seem to like to put Barnes out with Kershaw for some reason. I hate it because it's one of the few Dodgers I have a nickname for. I've been trying to think of clever nicknames for all the Dodgers, too. clever nicknames. So for dinner tonight, I don't eat a lot of Taco Bell, but I tried it. And it was ass. It was horrible. I didn't hardly eat any of it. So I'm not going to do that anymore. I'll just eat my pretzels. 23 viewers up on the chat. Let's check the internet real fast. Let's check out the internets. .339 is our subscriber count, ladies and gentlemen. 339. I like it. I like it. I love it. I want more of it. They make me thirsty, Jack. Next pitch on the way from Kershaw, down low for a called strike. Tim LaCostro's the hitter. Grounded out, strikeout so far. 0 for 2 on the night. And he didn't like that pitch. He didn't agree it was a strike. So the next pitch, he rifles into the netting down the third base line. And now he's in an 0 for 2 hole. Kershaw is pitching a no-hitter through 5. Could we have our first ever no-hitter here on Valhalla Sports Talk's Dodger Game Day Live tonight? The 0-2 on the way. Swung on, hit to the second baseman for Hernandez, who throws it over to Bellinger for the out. That's one out here in the top of the 6th. Hernandez walks back to his position, saying, I'm the man. I am the man. And I agree, he is the man. Kike, Pornstash, Hernandez. Henry, I like Speedy Gonzalez for Mookie Betts, too. I kept thinking I should make it money-related because he makes so much money, but that's lame. He earned that money. But I like Speedy Gonzalez because then I can do an underlay, yeehaw. All right, first pitch to the next batter is hit to the second baseman. He catches it, throws it over to Bellinger at first, and we are out. Number 2 here in the top of the 6th. Then the Dodgers go 1-2-3. Aiden Eduardo Cruz says, I subscribe. Thank you, Aiden. Welcome to Valhalla Sports Talk, man. Welcome, welcome. King Yellowman gives me a little lesson on etiquette, says I never talk about the no-no. Okay, I won't say it again. Yellowman. How you doing? I do appreciate it, Mr. Cruz, Aiden Cruz. All right, next pitch from Kershaw is a 90-mile-per-hour fastball for a strike to Christian Walker, who's 0 for 2 on the night with 2 strikeouts. Next pitch, down low for a ball, 1 strike. So they talked all that smack about Walker before the game, how he owned Kershaw over his career, and Kershaw's struck him out twice today already. The 1-1 pitch, down low in the dirt for a ball, 2 balls, 1 strike. Gerardo asks if I start drinking beer in a particular inning. No, not really. It's not like planned. Last night, I think I just got nervous around the 9th. Next pitch on the way, up high and outside for a ball. That makes it 3 balls, 1 strike. A hitter's count. 2. Walker. Get the thumbs up from my executive producer. Next pitch, Walker fouls it back. So the count remains 3-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. So no, Gerardo, I don't drink beer in a particular inning, and I don't necessarily drink beer every game. All right, this hit to the second baseman, Kike Hernandez, tries to throw it to first, and the runner's safe. Walker's safe as Hernandez's throw pulled Bellinger off the bag, but it was a tough throw. It was deep in the hole between second and third. So the Diamondbacks get a runner on first here in the top of the sixth with 2 outs. And then D'Amico asks if I'm a Vikings fan. Yes, I am, sir. I'm a Viking fanatic. I have their logo tattooed on my body. And no, you can't see it. Julian warns me about the 7th inning stretch. I'm trying. I think we have the tribute to the Astros, right? Coming up. A swing and a miss from the next batter. Yeah, it wasn't close at first. I don't know if that was. Yeah, no balls, 1 strike. They still haven't told me who this batter is. But the next pitch on the way, a swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. So no balls, 2 strikes. To this big, tall dude for the Diamondbacks. I still don't know who he is. Still don't know who he is. Usually they put a graphic up. There it is, Peralta. So the next pitch is a ball. So Peralta's down 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the sixth. Runner on first. And the Dodgers lead 2-0. 2-0. It'll be curious to see if they gave Hernandez an error on that throw. I don't think they did, though. Next pitch down low in the dirt. That makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes to Peralta, the number 4 hitter for the Diamondbacks. The number 4 hitter for the Diamondbacks. Yeah, there was no hit, no error on that throw from Hernandez, so the no-hitter is a bye-bye. Next pitch. Hit. The second baseman, he feeds it over to Seager for this force at second, and the Dodgers are out of the inning. So the middle of the sixth, 2-0 Dodgers. And the middle of the sixth is when we send a little message to those Houston Astros, ladies and gentlemen. A little message. I call it the Duck the Astros moments. Duck the Astros. Duck the Astros. Cheating bastards. I did see a video today of Altuve sliding into third base, and he kind of got his legs underneath him and he landed butt first. And then as he hit the bag at third, he racked his balls. It was obvious because he looked like he was in extreme agony, and I enjoyed it immensely. So if you're on Twitter, go find that Altuve sliding into third video. It's rather enjoyable as a Dodger fan. 24 viewers up in the chat. And you're correct, Julian Cruz. Duck them Astros. Aiden says him and Julian got hit by a bus. I don't know where that comes from. You guys are always getting hit by buses and things. Hockey Guy 36 gives me an LOL. So does Gary. I don't know if they're laughing at my story about Altuve or what. But he looked like he was in extreme pain as he racked his balls on third base. Curtis Conrad out here booing in my chat. And I don't know why. With 24 viewers in the chat. 24 up in the chat today, ladies and gentlemen. We are 1 hour and 59 minutes into the stream. Where else can you get this kind of entertainment for free? Curtis, you can't play any music on YouTube or they give you a copyright strike. They're jerks about it. All right, who we got here? Is that Mookie? Mookie Betts at the plate for the Dodgers. He's already got a strike on him. He lined out and fouled out so far in this game. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Mookie fouls it back hard. Let's go, Dodgers. Let's go. It's time to bring out Bobblehead Bobby. It's time to bring out the big stick. It's time for us to score some runs. Next pitch on the way down low in the dirt. Makes the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mookie. Speedy Gonzalez. Betts. Underlay. Yeah. The 1-2 pitch to Betts is on the way. Way up high for a called ball. That makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Julian Cruz, I have no idea what you're talking about. You're starting to make me question your sanity and whether you're worthy of wielding that big blue wrench. Seager on deck for the Dodgers. The count is 3-2, ladies and gentlemen. Hashtag full count up in the chat. Next pitch on the way. A swing. Betts hits it. Left center. High. The fielders converge underneath it, and it's caught by the center fielder for the Diamondbacks for the first out. Henry Edman checks in. I'm just messing with you, Julian. Just messing with you. I just don't know what you're talking about. You're one of them young kids. I'm an old man. We never know what the hell you're talking about. Seager up for the Dodgers, number 5. 1 for 2 on the night. Single in the first and a run. Wearing that beautiful white and blue and red Dodgers jersey. And he fouls the first one off behind the plate. You think Thor should get a pretzel? Thor, come here. Come here. I'm going to try to get you on camera, Thor. Come here. Come here, buddy. As soon as I try to grab him, he runs. Little sucker. Here, buddy. I don't know how I'm going to get him. I'm going to take a picture of him. Start putting it up. The Cruz family up in the chat laughing because they got us all confused by the Cruz madness. Next pitch is Seager down low in the dirt. That makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes to Corey, Rookie of the Year, Seager. The shortstop for the Dodgers, Max Muncy, on deck for the Dodgers. Aiden says, what kind of cars do I like? I like paid-off cars. The ones that don't have payments. Next pitch on the way. Inside to Seager. That makes it 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hashtag full count in the chat with 20 viewers. Kind of a mellow night tonight. Henry asks, what kind of dog is Thor? Thor is a... Seager hits it to first base. It bounced off the first baseman's glove into right field, and Seager's on base. And the Dodgers are in business like Amazon. All right, so the Diamondbacks manager comes out and calls the pen, throws up a finger, right-hander. Right-hander, bottom of the 6th with 1 out. They're going to the pen. Oh, Thor is a Labrador Retriever, a yellow lab. A yellow lab, but he doesn't have any pigmentation because he's what's called a Dudley. So no pigmentation around his eyes or his nose. But the Mighty Thor, I was waiting a number of years for him from a friend of mine. And he was the 10th puppy of a litter of 13. I watched him get born live on YouTube. I'm not sneezing, Gary. I'm coughing. I feel like I got something in my throat. Probably the Rona. Probably the Rona. Jorge asks if I'm going to let the dogs out. You never know, Jorge. You never know if or who let the dogs out up here in Valhalla Sports Talk. We never know. There you go, throwing up some masks to fend off the coronavirus. Who's this pitcher going to be for the Diamondbacks? So they pull Weaver here in the 6th inning. He did a good job. If you're a Diamondbacks fan, that brings in Bergen, Travis Bergen, number 47. 1 hit, no runs, no errors, 1 base on balls. So he's kind of a new guy. Yeah, real juice. Kershaw's no-hitter is over. They singled. They singled to the second baseman, Hernandez. It was deep in the hole, and he couldn't get the runner out at first. All right, so here we go. Max Muncy at the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the night. First pitch, outside for a ball. Let's get to this new guy. Let's get to him early, often, and painfully. The 1-0 on the way. Outside again. Almost the exact same spot. That makes it 2-0. 2 balls, no strike. He's pitching left-handed, ladies and gentlemen. The 2-0 is on the way. Right downtown, bang, for a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to Max Muncy. The Dodgers got a runner on first. Actually, it was a ball. 3 balls, no strikes. My bad, guys. My bad. I could have swore they called that. It looked obvious. But 3-0 to Muncy. Hitters count. The 3-0 pitch on the way. Outside, he walked him. Not a good start. Not a good start for this young pitcher. Aiden, what are you asking? Julian says his favorite Dodger is Chris Taylor. No, Aiden, I don't play Mob the Show. I don't even know what it is. Yeah, you're right, Gary. It was 3-0. I screwed that up. He walked him. He walked him. Next pitch. It's called strike for Bellinger, who whispers some sweet nothings to the umpire. Bellinger's got 2 groundouts tonight. He's 0 for 2. His average has dropped to 221 with 10 home runs and 22 RBIs. Next pitch outside to Bellinger. That makes the count 1-1. 1-1 to Cody Bellinger. Dodgers got runners on first and second with 1 out, and we're in business. We are in business like U-Haul. The next one is a called strike, and Bellinger just seems upset at everything the umpire says. He doesn't agree with him. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bellinger here in the bottom of the 6th. Next pitch to Bellinger. He hits it. Fly ball straight up into center field. It's caught, and they hold the runners. They hold the runners. Bellinger walks back to the dugout with a look of disgust. So 2 outs. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Runners on first and second, and Chris Taylor comes to the plate for the Dodgers. The center fielder wearing number 3. He's 1 for 2 on the night with an RBI single in the first. 257 average, 2 home runs, 14 ribbies on the season. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get some runs. Next pitch on the way to Taylor. Called strike on the inside of the plate. So no balls, 1 strike to Taylor. No balls, 1 strike to Taylor. 20 viewers up in the chat. The crew. I don't know. Outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Taylor. All right, next pitch is inside again, almost the exact same spot. That makes it 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to Chris Taylor. Bergen looks in with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Taylor is the number 5 hitter for the Dodgers, and he looks ready to go. Pitch is on the way, down low, inside for another ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hashtag hitters count. Hitters count. Jock, Pop, Peterson on deck for the Dodgers. The next pitch, Taylor hits it to the shortstop, who throws it over to second for the force, and the Dodgers are out of the inning. So after 6, we head to the 7th. Cruz boys in the chat raising a ruckus. I don't even know what they're talking about. Andres Higaneda checks in. How'd you like that? How'd you like I rolled my R's there, man? Checks in the chat. He doesn't fall for it, Julian. He would stop right where you would see him on camera. I'm gonna have to figure another way to do it. I'm gonna take a picture of him so you guys can see him, but somehow I gotta get him on video. I don't think I'm ready for that fight because he's a little squirmy, 100 pounds of hair and puppy. He's laying here sleeping right now like he's had a tough day. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him having a tough day. Been just kind of a mellow stream, ladies and gentlemen. We're rolling along to win number 3 in this series. So we are on to the 7th inning, ladies and gentlemen. 339 subscribers. Can we hit 350 tonight? I don't know. It's looking pretty tough. It's looking pretty tough. It's looking pretty tough trying to get to 350. We do have 33 likes on the video. I like it. So Dylan Florio in to pitch for the Dodgers. 16 games, 1-0 record, .57 ERA, 15 2/3 pitch. He's got 2 base on balls and 12 Ks, and he gets ready to deal to Ahmed. Pitches down low in the dirt for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes. Ahmed on the night is 0 for 1. He walked in the 5th. 233 on the season. Next pitch, down low. Aiden wanting to know who wants to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Curtis says Thor works best behind the scenes. Correct. He's like the masked Avenger that nobody knows. They've never seen him. Next pitch, inside. 3 balls, no strikes to Ahmed from Florio. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. We only have a 2-run lead. Let's not give these guys life. The next pitch on the way. Nice pitch inside, called strike. Ahmed doesn't agree. That's because he can't see that little box that I can see because it was right there. 3 balls, 1 strike to Ahmed. And the 3-1 is on the way. Outside right on the corner, he calls a strike. Get your butt back in the box, Ahmed. You ain't walking nowhere. Florio ain't done with you. We ain't done with you. Get your butt back in the box. Put back on your batting gloves because you didn't get no walk, chump. You chump. Here we go. The 3-2 full count pitch. Right over the plate and fouled. Down the right field line into the second deck of Dodger Stadium. Correct. That's what it said, Curtis. .59. That's what it said. The 3-finger gamer checks in first time today. Welcome, my friend. Let's get this dub. Next pitch down low, he walked him. He walked him, so the Diamondbacks are in business like Chevron. They got a runner on first with no outs here in the top of the 7th. Josh Rojas is the next batter for the Diamondbacks. Batting left, wearing number 10, the best number in sports, in my opinion. Next pitch on the way, outside. Outside for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes to Rojas, who's 0 for 2 on the night. Gerardo asks, why am I a Vikings fan? Actually, I was born in North Dakota, of all places. My parents were Viking fans. So I was kind of born a Vikings fan. But I grew up in Los Angeles. That's why all my other teams are from LA. Dodgers, Lakers, Kings. The next pitch from Florio is a strike, so it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Rojas with that runner on first. 3-finger game, Ras. Who's pitching right now? It's Florio for the Dodgers, number 51, the right-hander. Next pitch on the way. Hit. Right center field for a base hit. The Diamondbacks now have runners on the corners with no outs here in the top of the 7th. Like I said, they're in business like Chevron. Curtis says not the whole game in reverse like last night. I hope not, man. I hope not. But these guys got life, and we only got 2 runs on their ass. And that guy that pitched the game in the beginning had an 8 ERA. We should have burnt his booty. Andy Young at the plate for the Diamondbacks. 0 for 1 so far on the night. Runners on the corners with no outs. First pitch on the way. Right over the inside of the plate. A beautiful pitch for a strike. Young just looked at it. No balls, 1 strike. Correct, Jose Ramos. The Dodgers have won every series. Irregardless of tonight's outcome, that won't change because they've won 2 here as well. But we're going to win this. We just got to get out of this inning. 26 up in the chat. I think that's the high for today. The 0-1 pitch on the way, down low in the dirt and inside for a called ball. 2 balls, 1 strikes to Young. Come on, guys. Let's go. Right downtown for a called strike. Bang. It was a beautiful pitch. Beautiful pitch. If you guys want to send some money to me, there's a donation link in the bottom there. Buy me some beer or something. Anyway, that's where it is. You don't have to do it. But we put it there if you want to support the channel. The 1-2 from Florio is a hit, a soft blooper to third. They get the runner at second, go to first, but they don't get the run in second in time. At first in time. So 1 run scores for the Diamondbacks. It's 2-1. They get that out at second, and a runner remains on first. So that's the play. Jillian Cruz checking IDs in the channel. He's checking IDs, trying to find out how old people are. Give him a wrench. He takes that shit serious. He'll be fingerprinting you guys shortly. Dalton Varsho in, the designated hitter for the Diamondbacks. First pitch from Florio outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Me too, Conrad. Me too, man. I think the jeans I'm wearing right now are older than that. If I'm wearing jeans. Next pitch, up high, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike to Varsho, the number 8 hitter for the Diamondbacks. He's a left-handed hitter. Varsho has a runner on first, trying to tie this ball game up or go ahead if he hits a dong. We don't want that. Next pitch, outside, swing and a miss. Swing and miss, you could see it, but you can't hit it. $23 up in the chat. Welcome to Valhalla Sports Talk. Welcome to Valhalla Sports Talk. Next pitch, swung on, fouled back. So the count remains 1-2 with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Diamondbacks have a runner on first, looking to take the lead. Curtis calling for a double play. The Diamondbacks have Kelly in the on-deck circle, number 18. Here we go, the next pitch. Flied in a weird spot, left center. Looks like Jock catches it. That makes it 2 outs here in the inning. The runner did not advance. Ladies and gentlemen. So can the Dodgers get out of this with the lead? Jorge says the live chat hit 106 yesterday. It actually hit 120, a record for the channel. Julian asks if I ever saw the movie Good Burger. Yes, it's a classic. Andres Gardas checks in and says, let's go. Let's go, Dodgers. Let's go. Next pitch inside. Next pitch inside. I'm queuing up the music. Queuing up the music for the stretch, ladies and gentlemen. And you guys can sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. I'd like to join you, but I can't hear it because the operating system that we use to broadcast these videos is big junk. There's no way for me to hear it. Butcher's Block and Patriots Talk checks in and says, Vamos Doyers. Let's go. Let's go. Hold the lead. Hold these pesky Diamondbacks back. Next pitch on the way. Outside, a swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strikes now to Kelly, the number 9 hitter for the Diamondbacks. Looked like a sinker there. Traveling from right to left if you're the pitcher. The 2-1 on the way. Down low, swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. I think the umpire said he tipped it. But it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Pitch on the way. Swung on, hit to right field. Betts comes in, makes the catch. And the Dodgers are out of the inning after giving up 1 run. So the middle of the 7th, 2-1 Dodgers. And we stretch. A little rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Did you guys sing it? Did you guys sing it? I'm jealous because I couldn't hear it. I need to sing it myself. If I could hear it, I might try. There's some weird thing. This program's called Streamlabs OBS. And if I load the song into it, for some reason I can't hear it. Just like this. If I put up the Valhalla commercial, so we'll do that, I can't hear it. So I didn't hear a thing there. That would be funny if I sang it, because it would be brutal. It would be freaking brutal. It'd probably bring in the viewers, though. 30 people up in the chat. Did I miss something there? Why is that dude running to the dugout? Did he already line out and they pulled the pitcher? I totally missed a whole batter. Am I breathing too hard, Joel? I'm eating pretzels. Maybe I need to turn down the volume. I better stop eating pretzels on camera. Gary checks in, says the Dodgers need more runs. I agree. $32 up in the chat. $32 up in the chat. I should have taken a break. I'm overworked and underpaid. Overworked and underpaid, ladies and gentlemen. 32 in the chat. Jose Ramos begging for a wrench. You just got to wake up one day, Jose. Wake up one day and you'll be anointed with a wrench. You never know when, though. Just keep hanging out in the channel. And then one day, the magic happens. Seth Young checks into the chat. Hey, do. Hey, bro. What's up, man? Excuse me, hiccup. All right, Curry. Wow, I'm just missing everything this inning, I guess. That ball's hit and a home run. A.J. Pollock steps up to the plate and hits the first pitch he sees out of the park for a solo home run. And that brings in bobblehead Bobby, and he shook. He shook. We weren't even ready for it. And the Dodgers go up 3-1. 3-1. So the first pitch by this new pitcher was just yacked over the center field wall. 395, and Pollock has a smile as he rounds second and heads for home. Let's go. Next pitch fouled back. Who's this now? I got the wrong screen up here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know what's going on. So that's Curie Mila that gave up that jack. And now the count's 0-1 to Beatty. And now it's 0-2 to Beatty. And 2 to Matt Beatty. 227 average, 2 home runs on the season. Next pitch, Beatty fouls it, first base side. Salvador Chavez says who we play. They're playing the Diamondbacks. Next pitch. Check swing by Beatty. Third base umpire says he went around, so Beatty has to take a seat over there because he just struck out to this scrub. Jose Ramos checks in, says, for sure, yesterday's walk-off game was good. I liked it and subscribed. Thank you, sir. Jorge, the Lakers play tomorrow night, but I won't be covering that game. I've got a fantasy football draft I'll be doing. Next pitch, outside to Hernandez. That makes it 1 ball, no strike to Kike Hernandez. 0 for 2 on the night. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Mella gets ready. Pitches up high. Ball. Called ball. 2 balls, no strikes to Hernandez. There you go, Curtis. That's the recipe for success, my man. Next pitch. Hernandez turns on it, hits it down the third base line. Tough throw, and he doesn't get him. He doesn't get him. Hernandez is safe at first after a tough throw by the third baseman. I don't know if they're going to call that an error, but that's a tough throw all the way from the line. I mean, he was right on it, too. Backhands it. And actually, the first baseman needs to dig that. He needs to dig that for his third baseman. But anyway, the Dodgers got a runner on first with one out here in the bottom of the seventh. We've already hit a home run, and we're in business. Like Blockbuster used to be. I couldn't think of another business. Next pitch. Who's this? This is Barnes. He fouls it at the plate. Fouls it at the plate. And looks just in bewilderment at the pitcher for some reason. So Barnes is in an 0-1 hole here. He's 0 for 2 on the night, as Barnes usually does. A pickoff throw over to second. Hernandez or over to first. He's safe. Jose Ramos says, I need a beer. Not tonight, my man. I'm going to behave. I got a little halo above my head. Can't you see it? Next pitch, down low in the dirt and outside. And Hernandez runs to second because the catcher didn't catch it. So the Dodgers now have a runner on second in scoring position with one out. And the count to Barnes is 1-1. Gary, is it that close, the home run count? They only have one more than the Padres? I'll have to check that out. They set a record last month. Next pitch on the way. Down low for a called ball. That makes it 2 balls, 1 strike to Barnes, the catcher and number 9 hitter for the Dodgers. Jack's calling the score. Says it's going to be 5-1 at the end of this inning. I hope it's not a spoiler. I hate to have to ban my own buddy from high school from my channel. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Barnes. Runner on second. And Mella pitches. Down low, check swing, strikeout. Barnes continues to not inspire for the Dodgers. I hate it when my boy Will Smith don't get to play. So that brings up Mookie Betts. 2 outs, runner on second. He's got a line out, a foul out, and a fly out. So he's got all the outs except for the strikeout. We don't want that. So how about we hit a dinger here, Mookie? How about we hit a dinger, Mookie? Gilly checks in with them beers. What's up, my man? The first blue wrench in the history of this channel, ladies and gentlemen. My man Gilly. Gilly sat through an entire NASCAR race with me when it was just me and him for the entire race. Nobody ever came to look at the channel. And it was him and I the whole race. And I don't even think Gilly likes NASCAR. Joel R's calling for the big stick. Let's get it, my man. We haven't brought it out the whole game. Let's get it out for Mookie. Let's see if it's got any mojo tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Mookie's got no ball, 1 strike count. Pitch on the way. Bam! Right in the hole between second and short. And that'll bring home Hernandez for the 4th run. And Betts is standing on first. So 2 outs now. Bottom of the 7th. Dodgers lead 4-1. 4-1. That's right, Gilly. He also sat here for an entire mock draft that wasn't even his. He wasn't even in the draft. That was one of the best streams I ever did, though, dude. The wheel, the magic wheel, picking players for these teams. I don't know. That one was underrated. They didn't know who I was. They still don't. 32 viewers up in the chat. If you guys get time, check out that video one day. Everyone does these mock drafts for fantasy football. It's such a waste of time. And then they do mock drafts for the NFL draft, and it's such a waste of time because they never are right. So I did a deal where we had a wheel that had all the top players on it, and we just spun it and assigned players to every team. It was pretty cool who the teams got. It was pretty cool. I never checked to see if we got any right, but I don't think we did. Let's check my chat. The gods gave power to the big stick, says Julian Cruz. It worked. Usually the big stick only hits bombs, though, but that time it was a single to center field. Joel R. throws up a Kike because Kike scored on that hit. Vamos Doyers from King Yellowman. Jorge thinks we got enough runs. I don't. Curtis Conrad says, hit a minger, Dookie. I think you got that backwards, man, or something. Jack Serrano says he may spin the wheel tomorrow in our fantasy football draft. Hey, Valhalla, do you hate self-promotions? Are you talking about for your, channels, dude? It's not allowed. No promoting another channel in this chat. It's a bannable offense, punishable by years and years in YouTube prison. It's horrible there, too. They only give you bread and water and make you watch really boring cooking videos on YouTube the whole time. Gary says the Angels shut out the Padres tonight on a 3-hitter. Cool. I like it. All right, Corey Seager at the plate, wielding the big stick, ladies and gentlemen. He's got Mookie on first. They try to pick off Mookie, and Mookie says, no, I'm too fast. I'm too fast for you guys. And he's in there safe at the bag. Seager's uniform looks brand new. It's beautiful Dodger uniform, white, blue Dodgers across the chest, and that red number. Pickoff move. Again, they don't get Mookie. You can't get Mookie. He's too fast. Mookie, Speedy Gonzalez bets. Underlay. Riha. 35 viewers in the chat are high for tonight. Welcome one, welcome all. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a like so we can become famous, YouTube famous. All right, come on, Seager. Let's go. Big stick time. Pitch on the way. A swing and a miss. A swing and a miss by Corey Seager. That makes it no balls, 1 strike to the Dodgers shortstop. Corey is 2 for 3 on the night with 2 singles and a run. Next pitch on the way. Down low and outside for a called strike. That puts our guy in a hole. No balls, 2 strikes to Corey Seager, the former National League Rookie of the Year. Mookie taking a bit of a lead on first over there. Sneaking a little bit further and a little bit further. Pitch on the way. Seager hits it over the shortstop's head for a single. Mookie's going for third and makes it. And the Dodgers got runners on the corner with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th, already leading 4-1. Already leading 4-1. All right, guys, so the big stick tonight apparently is all about the singles. And you can wield a big stick as long as you hit the ball and don't get out. And there you go. Jack's prediction of 5-1 is alive and well. There's a chance. There's a chance. Let's go, says Joel R. Let's go, Dodgers. Let's get it. Next pitch. Inside. On my man, Max Muncy. Max Muncy, 1 for 2 on the night. A single, a walk, and a run. 209 average, 9 dingers on the season. And he's up there trying to get the magic of the big stick. Aiden looks like he might be checking out. Have a good night. Next pitch. Down low and outside for a ball. That makes the count 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th for our man, Max Muncy. Julian says he has his own bat at his house that he plays with. It's a small stick. Next pitch on the way. Next pitch on the way for a ball. 3 balls, no strikes to Max Muncy. Jorge says, what a difference from last night. The Diamondbacks get a pitcher ready in the outfield. Pitch on the way. Outside. They walked him. They walked our man Max. Things have gone south for the Diamondbacks since we brought out the big stick, ladies and gentlemen. The Dodgers have the bases jacked here in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. And the pitching coach for the Diamondbacks heads out to the mound like he's walking to the funeral. Like he's walking to the funeral. The Cruz brothers still raising a fuss up in my chat. Butcher Block checks in. He's laughing at me. And Julian Cruz says, wow, Valhalla. I'm not sure why. Maybe because I was making fun of somebody's bat. 30 viewers up in the chat. There's a whole team meeting at the mound by the Diamondbacks. I'm sure it went something like, hey, man, we've been here for 3 days, and we've been getting our ass kicked in every game, and it doesn't look good. And now Cody Bellinger is coming up with the bases loaded, and it could get really embarrassing. And you know we hate these Dodgers because they took that swim in our pool a few years back. So what are we going to do about it? Are we going to win, or are we going to lose like a bunch of Diamondbacks? And then they break up the meeting, and Bellinger comes to the plate, wielding a big stick. Next pitch on the way. Bellinger swings hard and misses. He tried to hit that thing into the parking lot. He tried to hit it all the way out of Chavez Ravine. No balls, 1 strike to Bellinger. Let's get that grand salami here, baby. Hey, batter. Pitch on the way. Boom! Bellinger hits it hard. Right field. Caught at the warning track. And the Diamondbacks are out of the inning. Damn it. LaCastro, Calhoun, and Walker for the Diamondbacks coming out. And I'm taking a break. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back, but I'm invisible. I'm invisible. I can't find the camera. There it is. And I'm back for real now. LeCastro leads off. First pitch for a strike. LeCastro is 0 for 3 on the night. And he's down. No balls, one strike. To the new Dodgers pitcher, Blake Treinen. He's got a 1.10 ERA. Next pitch. Swung on a little knuckler towards the third baseman. He tries to field it, throws it over, but he doesn't get him. Infield single. Infield single for the Diamondbacks. Calhoun coming up. That big country boy for the Diamondbacks. All right, so that brings up Calhoun, who's 0 for 3 on the night. A strikeout and 2 groundouts. 195 average. The pitch from Treinen. On the way, he hit him. I think he hit him right in the ball sack. Maybe the leg. Anyway, he's going to get a free base. It looked like it hurt. Ooh, hit him on the inside of the thigh. That one's going to leave a mark. That one's going to leave a mark, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to have a perfect little circle when he wakes up tomorrow morning. Hopefully the memory is that they just got swept by the Dodgers. But I don't know. The Diamondbacks in business here. Like Carl's Jr. Christian Walker at the plate. Singled in the sixth. 1 for 3 on the night. And he comes up with runners on first and second. No outs here in the top of the eighth. Pitch on the way. Down low. Checks a swing. And the umpire on first base calls it a strike. No balls, one strike to Walker. Bobby laughing at me again. He makes me nervous. He's a YouTube god. Next pitch on the way. Outside for a ball. Makes it 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs. Top of the eighth. And the Diamondbacks have the tying run at the plate. What's happening? 26 up in the chat. The 1-1 pitch from the righty is on the way. Inside swing and a miss. He might have got a piece of it, but it's still a strike. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Walker. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Walker. The Dodgers are in a traditional defensive position, of course, because there's runners on first and second. So none of that shift bullshit going on. And the 1-2 pitch is on the way. It's hit right field. Mookie Betts gets underneath it, tries to set up for the throw. Doesn't throw it initially because the runners knew that Mookie was about to throw that ass out. So the runners stay first and second with 1 out here in the top of the eighth. $27 up in the chat. I think I'm going to go with Thor's Army. I really think I am. I think I liked it the best. I think we're going with Thor's Army for the chat people. Diaz up to bat for the Diamondbacks. No, Peralta, excuse me. Peralta's up. He's 0 for 2 on the night. First pitch. He grounds it to shortstop. They flip over to second, try to get the runner at first, and they don't get the one at first. So now the Diamondbacks have runners on the corners with 2 outs here in the top of the eighth. Dodgers still lead 4-1. Pretty nice try by Hernandez there. Seager fields the ball. He throws it over to Hernandez, who catches it barehanded and then tries to throw it over to first, but he didn't get him in time. Didn't get him in time. Kiki laughing at himself. So the Diamondbacks are still in business here. Ahmed's coming up for them to hit, and he represents the tying run at the plate. Kenton Magic says, can we please not see Jansen today? I kind of agree. He scares the crap out of me. Gary says he thinks Thor's Army is a good choice. I do too. I can make some cool graphics with the dog in them. We can bring folks up in the chat, and they can be members of the Thor's Army. And that'll be cool, and everyone will be happy. Next pitch, a bunt attempt. Foul, third base side. Gary asks how many outs there are. There's 2 outs here, Gary. 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Diamondbacks have runners on first and third. And Ahmed's the batter. He's down. No balls, 2 strikes in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Julian Cruz trying to tell us we're being too mean to Jansen. I try not to be Julian, but he pisses me off. He really does. And has for 2 years. Next pitch, down low for a ball. It makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ahmed, who's 0 for 1 on the night. All right, so the 1-2 to Ahmed is on the way. He swings, hits it to shortstop Seager. Seager over to Hernandez for the force at second, and the Dodgers are out of the inning. And we head to the bottom of the 8th with the Dodgers leading 4-1. Mark Sanchez says Jansen will be fine as long as there's no runners on. That's just it. That's just it. When he gets runners on, that's when it all goes south really fast. Plus, I've seen him get yoked a number of times, too, in relief appearances the last couple of years. He just comes in there and bam, dinger. Anyway, there's a discussion in the chat by Thor's Army about whether Jansen is a good guy or a bad guy in this Dodgers dream. I want him to succeed, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not a hater. I'm a Dodger fan. Big Blue till I die. 24 up in the chat. We're at 338 on the subscriber count, ladies and gentlemen. I need some help. We need that number to go up. We need that number to go up. If I'm going to be a player in the YouTube game, I need some more subscribers. So ring that bell, hit that subscribe button, and let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Bottom of the 8th. Bobby's upset that he wasn't here for the middle of the 6th for our traditional salute to the Houston Astros. You also missed the 7th inning stretch, Bobby, or did you? No, you were here for that, I think. I think you were here for that. 25 in the Thor's Army up in the chat. 25 of members of Thor's Army up in the chat. We're trying to bring this game back as a dub to Valhalla. Julian Cruz puts the first "your mom" I've ever seen in the chat. It made me chuckle. It made me chuckle. First pitch on the way. Boom. Chris Taylor, I believe that is. A swing and a miss. Swing and a miss by Taylor. He's down 0-1. I got to get hyped. So does your mom. The 0-1 to Taylor outside for a ball. That makes it 1 ball, 1 strike to Taylor. We might make that your mom thing a regular. Next pitch to Taylor, right over the plate for a called strike. 1-1, 1-2. A 1-2 count. 1-2 count. Nobody out. Nobody on. Bottom of the 8th. Dodgers lead 4-1. Taylor fouls the next pitch off behind the plate. Grimaces like, man, I wish I would have hit that thing harder and straighter and higher. Have a good night, Billy. Have a good night. All right, so the count now to Taylor is 2 balls, 2 strikes. We're probably going to hear some dogs bark here in a second. Ooh, Taylor hits it. Left center. The Diamondbacks can't get it. And Taylor's into second with a stand-up double. Taylor's into second with a stand-up double. The Cruz brothers or Cruz family up in my chat acting a fool and they're not sure what they're talking about. Gary Merrill says, let's go Dodgers. Get that sweep. Sweep for the Dodgers. And here we go. Pollock steps to the plate. He hit our home run today. He started the magic. At least the home run magic. He brought out bobblehead Bobby. It's a solo home run in the 7th. He's hitting .264 with 7 home runs and 18 RBIs. "30 viewers in the chat. They try to get Taylor over at first or at second and at least look at him. Mark Sanchez says we all have slumps. Even your mom. Quality shit from Thor's Army up in the chat. Free entertainment on YouTube. Next pitch. Hit hard. Left field. Left fielder gets underneath it, catches it, and Taylor stays on second. Pollock almost got a hold of that puppy. He almost got a hold of it. That's going to bring up Mr. Beatty. Matt's 0 for 3 on the night. I think we might call him Matt. I believe in Beatty. He's got 3 strikeouts, though. Holy faloli. What is that called if you strike out 4 times in a game? There must be some term for that. Like you suck. Or your mom. Next pitch on the way. He grounds it to the shortstop who has a tough throw to first. Nice stretch by the first baseman, but they don't get him. So the Dodgers have runners on the corners with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Everyone predicting the final score. That killed me. We all have slumps, even your mom. That was beautiful. Who's worse, Beatty or Lux this year? Lux by far. Lux couldn't catch Corona. They're going to the replay here, I think, for the play at first. So Gary says the Dodgers' magic number is already at 16 after tonight's game. Makes sense. Makes sense because remember the season pretty much is over after this month. We head to the postseason after this month, and we play the Diamondbacks again in 5 days. We like that, Jorge, because we're trying to get them dubs. All right. So after the replay, they say that he is still safe at first. Our eyes did not deceive us. And that's going to bring up Keke Hernandez to the plate. He's 1 for 3, singled in the seventh with a run scored, 212 on the season, 3 home runs and 12 RBIs. I don't think they've already clinched, Trenton. So Hernandez up, 1 out here in the bottom of the eighth. Runners on the corners for the Dodgers. Lewicki, the pitcher for the Diamondbacks, delivers. Hernandez squares the bunt and almost bunts it right to the first baseman, but it's foul. 30 viewers up in the chat. Hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 350 tonight, but it's going to be tough. We need Dodgers Nation to come through. Thor's Army, assemble in the chat. The 0-1 on the way. Hernandez hits it hard between the shortstop and second baseman, and that scores Taylor. So second hit for Hernandez tonight. Dodgers got runners on first and second. It's 5-1 Dodgers. Somebody predicted that score, but it happened much later than they predicted. Joel R. throws up that Kike chant in the chat. Let's go, says Cruz. Butcher's Block saying Dodgers and Yankees for the title this year. So he wants Lakers, Celtics in the NBA, Dodgers, Yankees in MLB. Those would be huge series with high ratings. And here comes Matt Barnes, or whatever Barnes' name is. He sucks for the Dodgers. And he fouls that one back. No balls, 1 strike. He's 0 for 3 on the night. He's 0 for 3 on the night. We're wanting him to at least get a single here. No ball, 1 strike, pitch to Barnes. He hits it hard. Left field. Peralta's underneath it, catches it, and the runners do not advance. So Barnes has to go take a seat over there. Long fly ball. For a minute, I thought he was going to make me look bad because I don't like him. But he didn't. And I still don't like him. So that brings up the Dodgers superstar. We've nicknamed him tonight. Mookie, Speedy Gonzalez, Betts. Underlay, yeehaw! Let's go. RBI single in the seventh. He's now hitting 301 with 12 dingers. Let's go. I think we got to get the big stick out for this one. 2 outs, bottom of the eighth. First pitch in the dirt. First pitch in the dirt, and we bring out the big stick, ladies and gentlemen, for Mookie Betts. For Mookie Betts, 33 up in the chat. Is that our high for today? Is that our high in Thor's Army? Betts looking at the 1-0. Hits it hard. Center field high. Center fielder gets underneath it and retires the side. So after 8, 5-1 Dodgers. 5-1 Dodgers. And we go to the ninth. Alrighty, let's check out the chat here. Tenton thinks that Enrique should be, or Hernandez should be on second base every game this year. I agree. He also wants Dodgers Blue Jays. I don't agree with that. Curtis says that both 1 and 2 in the divisions make the playoffs this year. And Jorge says Lakers Celtics would be nice. I agree there. King Yellowman throwing up that Eba, rolling them R's up in here. And Cruz says my Valhalla bus hit him. News flash, there is no Valhalla bus. There's a Valhalla Tavern, and there's Valhalla Sports Talk, but we don't have a bus. We're not that big time. We just have an old Toyota pickup that piddle putts around town, but it's paid off. It's paid off. It's the kind of cars I like. Is Jansen going to come in here to close this? People are worried. 3 outs to go for a sweep, says Gary. That is correct. Are we about to sweep these Diamondbacks? Thor the Wonder Dog checking in here. He's thinking about stealing this old Taco Bell burrito that I didn't like and didn't eat. And I looked at him and I told him, no, Thor, don't take it because you'll be in big trouble, dog. And he said, all right, Paul, I won't take it. All right, Dodgers got a new pitcher in there. Big dude, McGee, number 41. 15 games this season, 3.55 ERA. Good thing we're ahead by 4 runs. He's got 3 base on balls and 18 Ks. He adjusts his cup like something's pinching him. Looks inside his hat like there's a secret code or something in there. Puts it back on. Stretches some more. And then he steps in. Wasn't 41 your number in baseball, Jack? Isn't that what you wore? 36 viewers up in the chat. Welcome. First pitch, high and inside for a called strike. Rojas looks back and says, yeah, you're right, man. That was a strike, Ump. That was a strike. Rojas is 1 for 3. He singled in the 7th. And he wears my favorite number on earth, number 10. Next pitch on the way. Right downtown, bang. Called strike. Nice start for this McGee guy for the Dodgers. He's 0-2. He's got an 0-2 count on Rojas, the number 6 hitter for the Diamondbacks. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Outside for a ball. Makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just when I started bragging about him. Just when I started bragging about him. No damage done. He leans in, looks at the hitter. The 1-2 pitch is on the way from the lefty. Swing and a miss. Go take a seat, Rojas. Over there. First strikeout for McGee in the game. Joel R's checking. Does McGee have some stuff? He has a K. He's already got a K, and I like him so far. He's a big fella. Curtis asks, who called 5-1? That was my buddy Jack. I'm not sure if he's still here. He's an old man. It might be past his bedtime. He might have nodded off in the lazy boy. The 0-1 pitch on the way to Young, who's 0 for 2 on the night. The ball. 1-1. He was hit by a pitch in the 5th. That's his contribution to today's game. Can he improve on it? Next pitch. Low on the corner outside for a called strike. Hockey guy 36 of the Dodgers got this in the bag. I hope so. I hope so. Is my audio like crazy loud, guys? Next pitch. Hit. First base side. Fair. And it dribbles into the corner. Betts retrieves it. The dude's still running. He's at second now with a stand-up double. Aiden Cruz says I don't read all his comments. You're right, I don't, because you talk a lot. But I don't. It's not that I don't like you. It's just that you type a lot. What did the cow say to the other cow? Julian Cruz asked. Nothing, because cows don't talk. We get bad jokes in Valhalla Sports Talk all the time, and that was one of them. And it's free of charge. Free of charge, ladies and gentlemen. McGee gets ready for the next batter. Number 8 hitter, Varsho. Pitch on the way. A swing and a miss at a high heater. At a high heater. Varsho looks at his bat like, man, I thought I could hit that. His bat says, nope, you couldn't. You could not, sir. Let's try it again. No ball, one strike. Diamondbacks got a runner on second. One out here in the top of the ninth. Pitch on the way. Foul. Left field. Julian says it's a dad joke from the 8th grade. I understand. It's all right, though. I laugh at all jokes pretty much, even if they suck. Aiden checks back in, says, did I miss anything? No, you didn't, Aiden. 38 viewers in the chat. That's our high for today. Please hit that subscribe button, Dodger fans. We're trying to get to 350. We need your help. All subscribers get a free entry into Thor's Army. Thor's Army. If you want to be a member of Thor's Army, click that subscribe button. All right, the 1-2 pitch on the way. A swing and a miss. And Varsho gets to go take a seat over there because you just struck out, and McGee's got 2 strikeouts in his first work of the evening. Aiden says I should read his wine joke. Maybe if I watch the replay, Aiden. But I'm not going to stroll up because I'm lazy and I'm trying to call this ball game. It's serious business here on Valhalla Sports Talk's Dodgers Game Day Live. And the Diamondbacks are down to their final out of the game. McGee rears back, throws a swing and a miss by Kelly, the number 9 batter for the Diamondbacks. Kelly looks back at the umpire, says, dang, that was a fast pitch. The umpire said, yes, it was. Kelly readies. Young stands on second for the Diamondbacks. McGee for the Dodgers. Pitch number 14 on the way. Swung on, fouled back. And Kelly is in an 0-2 hole. And the Diamondbacks are down to their last strike, ladies and gentlemen. The last strike. If they don't make something happen here. What did the grape say when it got stepped on? Nothing. It just let out a little whine. I like it. I like it. The 0-2 pitch to Kelly is on the way. Boom, he swings and misses. Dodgers win. Da-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Dodgers win and sweep the Diamondbacks in this 3-game series. All the outfielders come in and are throwing up hang 10 signs. And the Diamondbacks will take the long flight home, the hour-and-a-half flight home to Arizona. Butcher's block checks in again. Julian Cruz is laughing and then mad for something. All right, so we did pretty good tonight, guys. We ended up with close to 40 in the chat at one point, I think. Dodgers complete the sweep, so that was cool. And we had a good time. All my mods did a great job tonight. I thank you for helping me out. Congrats to those of you that got blue wrenches today. Thanks for checking in on the channel. Aiden pissing off Bobby. Them Cruise boys been acting a fool. We're not going to ban them, though. Let's let them hang out for a little bit. Some of you were here for the whole deal for these 3 games here. I appreciate it. We're going to go off the air a little bit for the baseball side here for a couple days. Um, Again, I've got a fantasy football draft tomorrow night on the channel. So that's not really something for everyone to hang out in, unless you're really a sucker for boredom. And then after that, I'm not sure what we're going to do. We'll probably do the Dodger game tomorrow night. We're not doing, and the Laker game either. And then Saturday night, I got to take my beautiful wife out to dinner for her anniversary. So I'm not sure if we'll do anything Saturday. So we'll probably be back Sunday with something. And again, the Viking stream is already scheduled. I don't know how many Viking fans we got in here right now, but the Viking stream is scheduled for next Sunday in the morning. That's against the Packers. And away we go. Away we go. Trying to get subscribers here, man. I think we're probably still shy of that 350 number. I haven't looked. But it was a good 3-game series. I thought I learned a lot and had some fun and laughs in the chat with you clowns. And again, we're going to start calling the folks in the chat Thor's Army. I'm going to make a t-shirt of some kind here in the short-term future that you can buy on the Valhalla Sports Talk store. And it'll be Thor's Army for the chat crew in all of our platforms. Curtis says, great job, Valhalla. Thanks, dude. Hockey Guy 36 says, congrats on the anniversary. Number 27, man. 27 years with my executive producer. And it was fun. All right, so again, if you have not and you're in here, just hit that subscribe button on your way out. And I'm going to check out here. Valhalla Sports Talk's Dodgers Game Day Live is going off the air, and we'll see you guys in just a few days. You guys have a great night. Stay safe. Valhalla Sports Talk.